shoot, I think I'm live. I did not know I was live. I did not live. How's everybody doing? It's good to have you here. Hope this is working. I'm not running through OBS. I'm actually running through YouTube's live streaming. I'm hoping this is working. Yikes. So, usually I run through OBS. Good afternoon, Idiot of the Day. Jeff here, Commit, Don't Quit. Running on ice. You know what? We had a bit of a snowstorm, so I'm just making sure this is working. I think it is. Let me just turn the volume off. Just be 2 seconds, everybody. I'm Nick Blake here, and I'm sorry that a little bit of a delay today. I'm not in my same mode that I'm usually in, but I haven't run through YouTube's live stream in some time now. So let me get all this. It is working. Good. Okay, so I better say hi to some people here. Stream Elements. Oh gosh, I didn't even know that was still in existence for Michelle Verico. Steve Believe Guitar. Hey, how are you? It's good to see you. Thanks very much for coming. Can't stay long. Thanks a lot, Michelle. I appreciate it. I'm at work. No worries, Steve. Like I said, this is through YouTube Live. Mini Cooper Trooper vlogs, live stream, and more. Thomas, how are you? It's good to see you. Sarah Tidwell, hi, how are you? It's nice to have you. Waiting for the unicorns. Oh gosh, Steve, I hope not. Like I said, you know how long it's been? It's been, what, 2 months or so since I've done this? It's great to have you here. Trev, Posh Cats Camping, good evening, Jeff. Alone tonight while the cat's away, yes. And this, I hope, the unicorns and special effects and rainbows don't come up, but I have no idea. I can't actually live stream on through YouTube. For some reason, I went to the live streaming tab, clicked it, and I got a 500 internal storage error message. And I thought, did they ban me? I don't think so, because I'm able to stream this way. But for some reason, the link when I go into the Creator Studio to click live streaming does not work. And I tried it for half an hour. I couldn't get it to work at all. So I don't know what's going on. I've sent them a feedback message. I mean, this is working, and I have not used this in 2 months. So I was scared. I thought, I hope I haven't been that shadow banned that you hear. I thought maybe that's what's going on. I don't know. But anyways, it is working. I was making myself coffee here. I thought I had tons of time, everybody. Good, Thompson. Good. What's the... yeah, Daisy has been a little crazy here. More Sebastian, hey, how are you? It's good to see you. Thanks very much. I realize you could be busy, but thanks for coming. Cyclocam, hey, how are you? Fever and Sissy, good afternoon. How you doing? You're live and clear to me, Jeff. Good, Trev. Like I said, maybe I should go back to this. I don't know, but I have not used YouTube's live streaming since November, I guess, maybe December, but probably almost since November. And I've been streaming through OBS and Google Hangouts and stuff. And I'm back to this, so I'm. We'll see what happens. But a little bit of an internal error message on through YouTube's live streaming tab and that. So this is what you get. I was actually about 45 minutes before I went live. Excuse me. I was trying to. I deleted the live chat on OBS because for some reason it stopped working. So I was going to create it again, put up the code, source code, and that for it, to get it to work, to get it imprinted on OBS. And the minute I went in, it wouldn't let me in. So I thought, oh, yikes, here we go. Full screen kitchen, just like the old days. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It is like the old days, Sebastian. Like I said, I haven't used this in forever. It takes a lot bigger view, doesn't it? It's a lot wider view. Yeah, you probably don't see everything always anymore. There's the, what is it, crock pot there. I'm making roast tonight for dinner, so I'm chef whatever. But yeah, I'm a little off, aren't I? I was running around here before trying to get this to go. So sorry about this, everybody. It's a worldwide problem. Oh, is it, Steve? Okay, so it's not just on my end. Okay. Sarah Tidwell, I love the white kitchen. Yeah, Sarah, thanks very much, Sarah, for coming. I appreciate it. And like I said, this is through YouTube, and I actually loved YouTube. I still love YouTube. Don't get me wrong. I have nothing wrong with them. it just, I was getting special effects. I was getting like flashing screens and stuff. It's the only reason I thought maybe it was just a glitch, but it kept happening for me. So I went running OBS and Google Hangouts and stuff, and I wasn't getting the errors. But running into another error, so I'm doing it this way. And I love YouTube, so if I say that enough, does that help? No, I really do like YouTube. They've been awful good. They've been good to each and every one of us, to be truthful. I don't, whatever anybody has to say, I love them, because I wouldn't have this opportunity to do this without them. So I really appreciate it. Sawyer in the middle. Good afternoon. I can't speak today as usual. Sawyer in the middle. Good afternoon, Jeff and friends. How are you? It's good to see you. Hi, MCTV. We have a 2016 model Mini Club. Oh, Mini Cooper. Yes, Trev, Mini Cooper. Young fella from UK too. His name's Thomas. Real nice young fella. Peeperson says he looks clear and sounds good here. Good. E-Waste Mike. Hey, what's up, big guys? Michael, I didn't know if I was going live. I was running into an error, but Steve, do you think it is a worldwide problem, like with the live streaming today? Maybe it's just a glitch they're running or something. And if it is, I'll try it again, because I'd like to go back into OBS, but I like this, and I like the view. It looks great today, I think. Oh, nice. He's gonna make us hungry now, Sebastian. YouTube and OBS works if they don't act up. Yes, Sebastian, if they don't act up, and something is glitching through the OBS right now. So it is what it is. Russell Realm Video. Hey, Russell, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you. What is the code for YouTube's live stream, Jeff? Oh, it's a long story, Thomas. It's not something I can tell you like over like the live right now. When I say the code, there's like a source code that you have to type. You have to put something in OBS. You have to put like a big long computer code. That gives you. You see how the chat is on the side. You see it in black here. But if I want to put it on OBS, actually on the screen, I can't just copy it and paste it. It doesn't work that way. If I want to put it in and make it look the way I did previous, where it's black and it's got different effects to it, I have to put write a source code for it to put into. It's a long story, but it's done a certain way, Thomas, and that's how you get it imprinted on the OBS and stuff. That's all it is. Let's see. Okay, everybody, give me a second. I'm gonna get myself. I've made a coffee. I just haven't put the creamer in it. I'm gonna get one. I'm literally. You're gonna see me today. You're gonna see me. Look. I don't know if you can see the. Oh yeah, you probably can. You probably see the fridge opening. The fridge today. Usually you can't, because it doesn't show it as much. But I just use a Keurig and stuff and make my coffee this way. But it makes it too big for me, so I have to pour a little bit out to get my creamer in there. That's all. But let's see what we have. Like I said, I thought I had a couple minutes before I did this and stuff. Thought I had a couple minutes. So how's everybody's day doing anyways? Yeah, I used that, didn't I? I guess I don't need this one. Let me use this one. I'm all over the place, aren't I? I am all over the place. Let's see what we have. I've got these glasses. They're great for seeing far, but to see close, black no sugar, please, Trev. Yeah. Oh, no, I use this hazelnut coffee creamer. Okay, Jeff, gotta go. Yeah, take care, Thomas. Thanks again for coming. Oh, no. Sorry, no mayonnaise. Oh, gosh. You know what I think might have did it the other day with the mayonnaise? This is stuff I use, this mayonnaise. It's, what is it? Extra virgin olive oil. Oh, gosh, it was hot. It tasted like salty, and it was bitter. Oh, horrible stuff. Yeah, I use this coffee creamer. It's like hazelnut. Usually I get a big one, but it was cheaper to buy like 3 of them than the big one this time. And there we go, coffee made. Just before I came on here, I was stirring the roast, and I took the pot off, and I had the ladle, and I was stirring it up, putting the gravy on it. And what do? I dropped the roast inside the crock pot, and it spilled up all over me. Anyways, it is what it is. Yeah, no mayonnaise soy in the middle. Gosh, that's it wasn't as bad as you think, but it was not good either. It was not good. The first bit, it's so funny. The first bit, all you can taste is peanut butter. And when I made it, I opened up the peanut butter. It was all natural peanut butter. My wife bought. She usually buys the Kraft or whatever, or Skippy or whatever. Anyways, when I opened it, there was all this like oil sitting on it. I thought, what the heck? She bought this stuff. It must have went rancid or something on me. Not knowing it's all natural. So they put the oil on top, and then you're supposed to mix it in to make it, like the regular peanut butter. So what do? I poured the oil while I was making the video down the drain. And then I thought, man, this is the thickest peanut butter ever. It was so thick and heavy. Anyways, I put it on the bread. Then on the other slice, I put mayonnaise, and I lathered it on. First bit, you're like, it's not so bad. All it tastes is peanut butter. Then you get about a quarter of the way through or halfway through, and then all of a sudden, boom, no more peanut butter taste anymore. All you can now taste is that salty, bitter mayonnaise taste, and it's like, oh my gosh. If you ever do it with a glass of water or something, because otherwise you're going to be gagging. Oh gosh. Fitz and Bakes. Hey Fitz, hey, what's up? It's good to see you. You know what, those steak fajitas, buddy? Oh man, this morning when I saw it, we're having pot roast or whatever. I don't know. I just call it a roast beef and stuff. But I put it in the crock pot, cook it up. It sits in the crock pot for 6 hours. Put it in at 12. So it's in for now just over 2 hours. Another 4 by the time my wife gets home. She's home by pick her up at 5. Get her home. It's around 5:45, I guess. So 6 o'clock it'll be ready. Get the potatoes and carrots and all the goodies ready, and supper's ready by 6:30. Eileen, Bayou, the fam. Hey, how are you? It's good to see you. Trev says, I don't like mayo, but Heinz salad, cream, all of that stuff. Yeah, it counts too, Trev. It does count. And Trev, when you sent the message the other day about King Crimson, I want to tell you, what? One of my favorite bass players of all time is Tony Levin. Tony Levin, he put a band together a few years ago. Tony Levin, this guy named Steve Stevens, and this guy named Terry Bozzio. Do anybody know who Terry Bozzio is? Terry Bozzio played drums with, I don't know if he was in a band, but he played drums with Jeff Beck and stuff. Fantastic stuff. But I love King Crimson's Tony Levin because, if you listen to anything in the last, almost 30 years or 25 years of Peter Gabriel, I think Tony Levin's been his studio guy and tour guy for forever. I'm sorry about this. Oh, yes, Gary, hot shine, buddy. No, actually, Gary, I've got coffee today, as you can see. I've made myself a warm one. I should just be drinking water. It's not good for me. And I got some sad news here. I don't know if there's anybody that, just showing my age and that, but did anybody here? There may be people that wouldn't even know who this fella is, but if you heard of Luke Perry, he was on a show back in the 1980s, early 90s called 90210. I remember it, I think I was a little too old for it because I was off in college at the time when it was on. But I remember my brother watching. I know what the show was. I think a lot of people in their early 40s or whatever would know the show. But yeah, there was a show 90210, and that fella Luke Perry, he was like the James Dean character on the TV show. I guess he last week he ended up with a massive stroke. Then you didn't hear much. I thought, that's not good when they're not giving you news on somebody that's had a massive stroke. And anyways, it looks like he passed away today at age 52. Not that I'm trying to. It's just something that I was reading just before I came on. I thought kind of sad news and stuff like that. Fever from Sissy, I use French vanilla coffee. Yes, I like French vanilla, Irish cream. My favorite's the hazelnut. My wife cannot stand hazelnut. She wouldn't drink it for the life of her, but she also does not like the smell. The smell makes her nauseous, I guess. But I like French vanilla and Irish cream as well. It just happens to be if I get my choice, this is the one I have. Fitz Bake says, we got a roast in the crock pot right now. Video coming out soon. That's good. I wish I could take you over and show you. Yeah, it's they had a good deal a couple of weeks ago at the grocery store, supermarket that we go to. Usually these things are like $20 for a roast, and they were like $10, $11. They were like half price. It was crazy. So we loaded up the freezer downstairs with them. Let's see here. There's a new one out there now. Finders, beepers, history seekers. Oh man, I'm from the UK. Awesome. Thanks very much for coming. Welcome. It's great to have you here. I love that. That's one of the greatest names. It just rolls off the tongue. Everybody, finders, beepers, history seekers. That is amazing. I'm going to check that out. Everybody say hi. If there's anybody new in the chat, you don't know, if you like the channel, if you're take a look at the channel, leave a message so they know they can check you out as well. Feepers and Sisters says Dylan. I'm Macy. Hi, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you. Thanks very much for coming. As you know, you probably received a notification for this live today. Usually, it's been a long time. I know Steve would say that it's been a long time since notifications went out for our live, but today, as you can see, I couldn't use OBS. I went to go to live streaming today, and it was a fail. I literally got a 500 internal server error message. So I thought, this is probably done. I won't be streaming today at 2. But then I thought, let's try the YouTube live, and it works. And so far, so good. I don't know if anybody's seen the unicorns and rainbows, but if you have, oh well. But so far, so good. Mickey, hey, how are you? Nice peanut butter mayo sandwich video. Hey, Mickey, how are you? You can see more of the kitchen again. I'm just YouTube live streaming, no OBS today. Fitzabake says, I drink a half pot of black coffee a day. During the winter, I might mix a half pack of hot chocolate mix in the first cup and refill the halfway point a few times. Oh gosh, Fitz, I used to do the same. I used to drink a lot of coffee, and then I started drinking 2 a day. And then, so my wife, I was always throwing the stuff out. I'd have a whatever cup or 2, and then I throw it away. So my wife said, she bought me a Keurig. And it just makes them one, and then I have them when I need them. Dawn, how you doing? 7's enough. Everybody, it was Dawn's birthday yesterday. I give her a pre, or what is it, pre or post happy birthday? Happy birthday from yesterday, Dawn. Let's see here. Big Cake, good morning, Drongos and Idiots. Hey, Cake, how are you, buddy? Everybody, yesterday on the Jeff and JoJo show last night that we went live, we put out Cake's song that he made up for us yesterday. We played it at the beginning and then at the very ending, closing credits, or closing part of the live stream, Cake. But we're going to put one together where we, if I can use OBS that way, Cake, then I'll just be able to run like a little video at the beginning, like a 1.5-minute video, and then at the end and that. But everybody, Big Keg did a song for us for the channel, and he did a fantastic job. It's on last night's stream, but also, if you go to Big Keg's channel, everybody, look in his videos, you'll be able to see when he put out I think it says I put out a new song, and on that video, yeah, you can listen to it. But everybody check out Big Keg, great fella, everybody. Let's see here. Oh gosh, no, Don. You know what? It was Don. I'd only sing for a couple of people, and I'd never sing. So the idea, I probably couldn't have done it myself. If it was just me, Don, I would have been a little too embarrassed. But with Joe, I do sound horrible, but with Joe's voice, it doesn't sound as bad as if it was just solo. That's all. Let's see here. I'm Macy. Is there a reason why you call that channel ID of the day? It's very catchy. Oh, yes, there is. I'm Macy. It's not making fun of anybody at all. I started this back last August, last summer. So it's just over 6 months, I guess. And when we started the channel, about 2 weeks before we started it, I never was going to do a YouTube channel. It never even had a thought in my head. My wife, we live in Canada. We were driving up north where my wife's family's from. And they're about 6-7 hours away. And it was a long weekend. I just finished driving halfway, and she decided to take the rest of the drive. And it's kind of mountainous area and stuff like that, quite steep hills and stuff. So anyways, gosh, it sounds like a helicopter is going to come through the house here. So needless to say, for about 10, 15 minutes. My wife was like driving like a maniac. I said to her, finally, slow down. What's the matter? We've got our little kids in the back. She says, there's a fella, he's been on our tail, and I don't want him like smashing into the back end with the kids. I said, just pull over. So she slowly slowed down and tried to pull off to the side of the road. Well, the fella behind us went crazy. He pulled in front of us, and must have been about 30 cars behind us. He literally slammed on the brakes, stopped traffic, and he didn't care that all these people were behind us. He got out of his car, or his SUV, whatever it was, and he came running up to the window. And my wife had the window open because it was a hot day. Anyways, he starts screaming every profanity thing under the sun, what he was going to do to her. And I'm sitting here, I couldn't believe all this, and she starts screaming at me, call the police. Anyways, he had road rage. And the minute I got the phone out that I was going to call, he ran back to his vehicle and took off like a bat out of you know what. Literally about a kilometer, mile up the road, there was a campsite. He veered off into the campsite. He had his wife in the front seat and his two little tiny kids in the back. It was a long weekend. He was rushing to get to a campsite to get there early. That's all it was. But he had road rage. He went crazy. And my wife started crying, and she said, this guy's an idiot. He's an idiot of the day. Boom. And when I came home from the long weekend, I said, I'm going to do a channel. My whole idea of the channel at first, if anybody ever checks out the first couple of videos, my whole idea of the channel was not this, doing lives or anything. My channel was going to be about videos. I was going to go out, take a webcam, dash cam, go and film everybody you see in the day. Because, we all run into everybody, those wonderful people each day. I was going to take video of everybody doing, cutting you off, doing all this goofy, stupid things that, some of us do and stuff, and some of the crazy, dangerous things they shouldn't be doing. I was going to film it. I was going to send it. I got a few friends in the police here department, and I was going to send it to them and see what could be done. That's all I wanted the channel was. That's why I called it "What the Idiot of the Day." And I think about 2 videos in, I realized that's not me. I'm not like that. I don't want to let my kids see that kind of side of me. So I stopped right away. But literally, that's what I thought I was going to do. I never did, but that's what I thought the channel was going to be. So that's where the name come, and it just kind of stuck. So here it is. Let's see here. Sorry, everybody. How's Jojo feeling? Good. She's still got a little bit of a little bit of cold Mickey that she just can't get rid of. But other than that, I think it's just the time of year. It comes home from the kids and stuff, and then it goes through the house. But she's doing pretty good. Thanks. I'll ask her. She's not in the chat much anymore, Mickey. She used to come in every day. Long story short, some of the things at work they don't allow and stuff like that. So if she's on her break or on lunch, she'll pop in on her Wi-Fi and stuff. But other than that, you won't see her in here. Some of the women she works with. I will not say anything further. How does that sound? Oh gosh, Don, I'm sorry. The song was awesome. Birthday's over now. My 6-year-old woke up. She's thrown up all over the. Oh gosh, I'm sorry to hear that, Don. Yeah, once they get when they're not feeling well, you just feel horrible, don't you? But I hope she does start feeling better, Don. I'm sorry to hear that. I really am. Oh, geez, e-waste, Mike. Oh, geez. Let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, Northern. Why do I always want to say Northern Ohio, Ontario? Northern Ohio Railroad Action. Good Monday afternoon, everybody else. Hey, how are you? It's good to see you. Thanks very much for coming. I appreciate it. It's great to see you. Fitz and Bake says, I got to run. I'll have a great day. And see you later. Take care, Fitz. It was good to see you, buddy. Have a great one. And you know what? Hey, think of it this way. Monday's almost, probably the work day's almost over. You know what? A couple days left. It'll be the weekend. Does that sound any better? Let's see how far back I am now. I'm probably a little bit behind. My wife's always saying, you know what, you get behind. Let's see here. Yes, Keg got the coffee rub video with Fitz and that with Fitz at Bakes. They did a good job. He really did a good job. Great story. Thanks, man. Oh, no worries, Macy. Yeah, that's all it is. You know, I think I've only run in the last 6 or 7 months that I've been on 1 or 2 people. At the very beginning, some uh, person. I won't say. I'll just say some person came on and was very belligerent about it. But I tried to explain, but I thought, well, there's no use. Uh, and I tried to explain it a few times, but I have no problem explaining that. That's all it is. Like I said, if anybody took offense, there's definitely no offense to anybody specific at all. This is just all the funny people we run into each day. And I thought, and like you said, it's catchy. It sticks in everybody's head. So that's why. And but yeah, it's just a name. Um, let's see here. Yeah, scary. Road rage can be very intense. It can, and you know what? I want to say, it can get better, but it seems like nowadays the world is just a totally different place. I said to my wife, I think of what it was 10, 15 years ago. It's nothing like it was back then. And I thought it was changing then, but it's changed so drastically. I think, everybody's everyday life for people with their work and their family, a lot of different social issues. Things have changed so drastically and so quickly for people. I think the stress, because, I can just be that crazy person too. I try not to be, but I'm no better than anybody else. I can definitely be the idiot of the day or the week or whatever. But yeah, I definitely I'm no better than anybody else, and I'm not calling anybody that. But yeah, it's just there's craziness out there, and you just kind of have to watch for it. Boo! Hey Mia, how are you, Aussie 1968? It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Um, I haven't heard that in years. I'm Macy and Big Cake. What does that mean? And I'm not trying to be rude. It just maybe because I don't know it over here what it means. How's legal cannabis going in Canada? I'm Macy. Actually, to be truthful, I live in Ontario, which is like Toronto area and stuff like that, in Ottawa. To be honest, I don't hear much about it. I've heard a lot of. It's supposed to be legal here, and I don't know a lot about it. But I don't know if it's going quite the way they thought it was going to here. They've wanted to give out licenses. Things been revoked. There's just like anything. I think it'll probably take time for them to figure. I don't know if the government put it out too quick and didn't, because I know the government wanted it out because they'll make a lot of tax money from it. But the police, they were issuing you have to look into things before you like other countries, and that they didn't have the steps in place. In some places in Europe and the rest of the world where it is legalized, they have their hands around it a little bit better. But I think here they jumped into it like gung ho instead of doing some researching, talking to people they probably need to, and doing what they need to. They didn't get it. That's what I see, and that's what I hear and read and stuff. Doesn't mean that I'm aware. I'm not the one to talk to because I really don't know much about it. But I don't think they've. I don't want to say they didn't think it through, but they probably need to put a little bit more time into it because it probably will work for them. But as long as they can, they're trying to govern. All it is pretty much they want the tax money. That's the big thing. They can make the big taxes off it, so that's why they wanted to legalize it here, as far as I can see. But like I said, I don't know much about it. But I want to sledgehammer Fillmore. Oh me, I'm sorry about that. I guess some of all the programs can sometimes get you crazy, and that. Oh, was there a problem with with Fillmore? Did they? I just did an update to it, so I've only done one video in the last 3 days with it, so I don't know if there's been an issue or a glitch or anything with it, but I'm not sure. It works for us. But like I said, I've only used it for a new video for that peanut butter and mayonnaise one that we put out a couple days ago. And previous to that, we were using the other one. It worked perfect. So I don't know if they're having an issue with it. Hit that like button, folks. Thanks, Keg. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Northern Ontario Railroad Action. It's a great channel. I like the name. Keep it up. Well, thanks. Like I said, what? If anybody, let's put it this way. We always said we'll keep it as long as possible. Now, if YouTube came or sent us an email and say, hey, cease and desist, you can't call this anymore, or we don't, you know what I mean? Then Joe and we already said that we definitely change it for sure. But if they're fine with it, we will keep it. But like I said, it can be changed if need be, if it has to be. No smashing anything, no, King. Oh gosh. let's see here. Oh, no worries, Gary. Gary, I got to roll. Have a great day and stay safe. Yeah, you too, Gary. Thanks. Maybe next time I'll have some of that clear stuff. You know what we're talking about. Yeah. Have a good one, Gary. Thanks for coming. Oh, okay. That's too bad. Unfortunately, I don't know much about it. It seems to be working for us that way, so I don't know. But um, I mean, I could say to just send them an email, but I imagine you've already done something like that. Oh, Big Cake says, same as idiot. Gotcha. Oh, I guess I shouldn't say that, right? You know what I meant? I didn't. All I meant was understand. I understand. Phoebus and Sissy, you got to go. Have a wonderful day, everybody. You too, Phoebus and Sissy. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Hey, Scrap and Irish. Hi, guys. How are you? It's great to have you here. Thanks very much for coming. I appreciate it. It's great to have everybody here. Maybe I need to start the notifications again. Just use the YouTube live because it seems to, I think, you know what? People know about it because when you go live the other way, the only way people know is if they come, they check, and they go, "Oh, there's somebody live." Otherwise, they'll never know. And Steve always says the same to me almost every time he comes in. But I don't think the notifications go out the other way. So this way they do go out. I think that's a good thing. Love the Lisa Warrior Queen. Hi, everybody. It's good to see you, Lisa. Great to have you here. Thanks very much for coming. Hey, Hugh, how are you? Asgard Studios. Howdy, Jeff. It's good to see you. Great to have you here. Okay. Yes. Mia, did you see Dawn's message? She says where to click, and then that way you may not have the issue. But let's see here. Oh man, I've left messages and they're ignoring me. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is there like a 1-800 number, a phone number you could call or anything? I mean, you know, that's easier said than done because nowadays it seems like, you know what, there's usually not a phone number to get a hold of anybody. Usually they don't want, no company wants contact with any of their customers. They just want emails sent out and contact customer support. Here we are. Oh yeah, no worries, Sebastian. Looking need to do some work. Bills. Sebastian, no worries, my friend. And thanks for dropping in. I really appreciate it, buddy. If you're taking off, you have a good day. But thanks, Sebastian. I really appreciate it. Watchcats Camping Trip says I've not been getting many notifications from YouTube Live lately. But I get yours tonight, Jeff. Yes, Trev. The reason you got mine tonight definitely was because I set it through YouTube. I think if you set it through YouTube like this, I think the notifications will definitely go out through YouTube. But when I do my lives, Trev, I do it through a program called OBS. That way, it's not sending a notification out. It won't. That's the reason you don't see it through YouTube. I can't guarantee anything, but I would think that's why you get it this way for sure. Not there yet. Oh, I like that name. I do like that name. How you doing? It's great to see you. Thanks very much for coming. Let's see here. Oh, Panamore, Sebastian. No worries, my friend. It was great to have you here. I don't want you, if you're busy in that, my friend, you take off on that. I appreciate you for coming. I really do, my friend. Scrap and Irish, trimming some RAM and listen to the chat. That's awesome. Thanks very much, Scrap and Irish, for coming. I appreciate it. Because Jeff used the tube to give the notification, but then use OBS when it's fixed. Yes. Now that's the only problem with that, Keg, is I would literally have to. I could do this, but to use OBS, then you actually have to go live through OBS. Keg. What happens is OBS has got, it has your login verifications from YouTube. It has your username and like a code that you log in through YouTube to go live. You have a streaming key, I guess is what you call it. That's already programmed in your live. So when you hit that YouTube and go live, it does that for you. You don't have to do it. With OBS, you have to open OBS and you have to type the name of the stream in YouTube and stuff like that. And then you have to hit go live or start stream with OBS. That starts the stream. It goes live because it has the key code already, the streaming key in your OBS. It turns it on for you. So I don't physically know if I could do that. Yes, I may see Big Cake's got a great channel, and his version of Desmond's Donner Scottish Pronunciation Challenge. Oh gosh, he did such a good job. He's a fantastic guy, Macy. Big Keg from great Australian fella that we met just about a little after we started on YouTube here, and great fella, great fella. The preacher and Gov Blue Whale. Hey, how are you? How are you? How are you? It's good to see you. Macy said David's a wee bit north than me in the Scottish borderlands. Yes, he's a super nice fella, isn't he, Macy? I still remember, for months and months and months, I used to call him Desmond all the time. I thought, and then he says, Jeff, I have a little secret. I'm not Desmond. I'm Dave or David. Yeah, nice fella, isn't he? He certainly is. He's off on a donder right now because for almost over a month, Desmond, the motorhome that him and his wife go out on the weekends with, they've been apart, so they weren't able to use the motorhome. And just the last week or two, everything was fixed, and he was able to finally get out this past weekend. So I think he'll be back later on in the week or close to the next weekend and stuff. But he was just on pins and needles to get out, so he was all excited about that. Bottom word. Don't worry, Jeff. I can do automatically the watch hours. You should be some higher watch hours, and then we can. Sebastian, you don't have to. I'm not asking anybody to do that. I don't want anybody to think that. But we're getting closer. We're about 30. What is it, Sebastian? We're at 3,500 today. Just 35. About 500 away. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. We're like I said, it's moving naturally. So far so good. Can't complain at all. Big Cake says yes, Jeff, but set up a false stream to give the half-hour notification. I see what you're saying. That's a good idea, Kay. I could do that. Yes, I could. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe that's what I should do. I guess, Cake, I thought, everybody knows that I go at 2, but, it's not everybody that always, you see people, but sometimes you get new people too, and you're right. That's a good idea. Not everybody realizes that 2 p.m. exists in that. So you're right. I never thought of that. And actually, I kind of like this. Like, I like the OBS for all the different goofy functions you can do and stuff like that, But I've run into some problems that way too. So, but I always love YouTube and that they're live and that. So I'm going to, until we get things fixed the other way, I'm going to run this way because I'm going to knock on wood, because once I say something usually happens. I'll just knock on wood for now. Big Cake says, got to go to Scotland someday, land of my ancestors. Oh, gosh, it looks so beautiful there, Keg. It certainly does. Desmond's the name of his van. It certainly is. It is. Yes. Like I said, I always thought Desmond was his name, but I don't know if Desmond's the name brand of the motorhome, but it must be. I'm taking that's what it is. Pottermore says, but listening, making bills, estimates, it's hard online in the chat, but don't worry, I can manage. Okay, no worries, Sebastian. Thanks very much. I just didn't want you to think, you're always welcome here. That I just, and if you're working, I didn't want to keep you, my friend. That's all I was meaning. Pulling around Scotland, awesome. Oh yeah. Well, it's getting close. Pottermore, it's getting close. Me, I don't. Anyways, yeah, it's getting close there, my friend. Let me see. You love Scotland, Big Cake, peaceful place. What clan do you belong to? Oh, thanks, Don. Thank you very much. Oh gosh, Sebastian. Thanks again, my friends. I'm. Anyways, you know me. I'm kind of I don't mind talking about everybody else, but that's about it. But anyways, thanks, Sebastian. I appreciate it, buddy. Not your average JoJo. Hey, there's my wife, everybody. Joe. Our nieces and nephews, as little kids, always called her. They'd never call her Aunt Joe or. My wife's a French background, so they never. People from Northern Ontario, they called like aunt is ma tante Joe. It would be, but they're little kids, so they called her Jojo, ma tante Jojo. And anyways, yeah. But my wife's Joanne or Joe. I've always called her Joe, nothing else but Joe. But she's in the chat here. Not your average JoJo. She must be on her lunch or break. Good to see you, sweetheart. Thanks for coming. As you can see, Joe, we're not OBS today. We're running through YouTube's live. I received an internal error message trying to log in for about 45 minutes. So you know what? I just went with YouTube, and you know what? It's fantastic. It's got this nice wide view of the kitchen today, sweetheart. Oh gosh. Which podcast came from. I'm very grateful for your friends following our channel, Jeff. It was helped us again. Our 50 new subs in a month. Oh wow, Trev, that's awesome. You know what? There's so many wonderful people, Trev. There certainly is. And you know what? I'm my first live that I ever went to. I met this lady. I live in Canada, and she lives about an hour and a half from me. Her name's Susan, and she has a channel called Susan's Creative. And Susan's Creative, when I first started, I never watched. I just watched some videos here and there. I didn't know much about YouTube. I didn't know how I was putting videos, but I didn't know how YouTube worked. I didn't know anything about a live stream. Talked to her for about an hour straight back and forth. She was sending me messages. At the end, she said, Jeff, I have some information for you. I think, you know what, will help you. And you know what? She said, I don't tell everybody about it, but there's this fellow that I watch, and his channel is called Michael Fire Jr. And if you come there tomorrow, he does a live stream every day. And you know what? It's a community. People talk back and forth. And I thought, oh, I wonder what this is. She says, so it's kind of important. If you go, you meet some people, and there you'll you know, you just grow your channel. So I went there, and I had no idea what it was. I started watching, and you know, I've been watching ever since. Great fellow. He's got his channel called Michael Fire Jr., but he also has one that he switched all his live streams over to called Video Content Marketing. And that channel, that's where he goes live every day. Michael Fire Jr., that channel, he does a lot of informative, informational videos and stuff, but the live stream is under Video Content Marketing. And yeah, great fella. And that's where I met. I started with like Desmond Donders and a few of you over there, and then from there I started into other streams, and I met people. And then about a month or so later, then I started going live myself. But yeah, it's just a bunch of fun. I don't know how I got going on about that, but yes, that's how it worked for me. But it's, you know, you meet so many great people, Trev. I find not just on here, yes, on other live streams, but I find a lot of times some of the people that you meet on some of the live streams, you meet them as you're going into other streams too. And then, you know, sometimes you get into another stream and you don't know a single soul. But a lot of times I find, and sometimes I'll be watching a live stream of somebody's channel, and they'll say, hey, you know, you should check this one out, or you see it in the chat. But yeah, you know, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, doesn't it? Braden Brand Reality TV. Jeff, how are you today? Good. I'm great. How you doing? It's nice to have you here. Big Cake says Kincaid Macy, but it's spelled Kincaid with an E here. Jeez, Keg. Jeez. Big Keg saying hi to you, Joe. Let's see here. Oh, thanks, Sebastian. Thanks. Yeah, well, you know me. I'm not. I don't mind talking about everybody else, but that's where I'm at, Sebastian. I like this. I'm actually quite. You wouldn't know it because I can ramble on a mile a minute, but I actually usually until I started doing this, I wasn't one to. I wouldn't be one to get up in front of like a group of people. I've done it before, and it's not my favorite thing on earth. I remember years ago at work where you'd have to get up in front of 25 or 50 people and put a presentation on. I thought it was like school all over again. I just dreaded it. I think about it the day before, but you know, it does get easier, I guess, once you do it a few times and stuff. Let's see. I missed a few things here. I've definitely missed. I'm way behind everybody. I'm way behind. Rezaram was in the kitchen, came back. Oh, no worries, Reza. No worries, my friend. So Don, hey Bob, how are you, Jeff? You're live, Bob. As you can see, I'm not live through OBS or anything today. I'm live through YouTube's live because after talking to you, buddy, I tried. I'm still getting a message that says 500 internal server error. And I tried it for 45 minutes. I just kept getting the same message over and over again. I thought, well, I'll try the YouTube, you know, go live that way. And I haven't gone live like this in about 2 months. So I thought I'd try it, and boom. And the nice thing about it was, Bob, it sends a notification out. You know, going through OBS and all that, sometimes you get the notification sent out, sometimes you don't. But through YouTube, going live through YouTube specifically, I would think probably 99% of the time they're going to send the notification out. So I kind of like this. And Kate gave me a good idea too. You could always set up a temporary live, like half an hour before to YouTube, and then go through OBS that way. But I mean, I like this. I don't mind it at all. Don't mind it at all. Heaven's Hello, how are you? It's nice to have you here. Thanks very much. Braden Brand Reality. I love Filmora for special effects. Like I said, I like it. I love it. I don't know much the special effects I haven't used yet, but I really enjoy it. And you know what? We were introduced to Filmora from Bob from Gill Skills, and without that, you know what, we were using something else, and it was my wife was using it. I shouldn't say we were. My wife was, and it was. My wife said it was the most complicated thing she'd ever used. It's everything that you do on a lot of these other video editing programs. They give you like kind of presets, or you have to do it this way, and you can just add it from this. With this other video program, it doesn't work that way. Every single thing you do when you move something, you have to do it yourself. There's nothing pre-programmed. You have to do everything yourself. And she said that took absolutely forever. So she says these other editing programs are fantastic, and they're pretty reasonable too. Pretty reasonable. Ujaga Pivi. Damo, how are you? It's good to see you. Morning, Jeff. They've been here a while, but running around and listening to the shows. Oh, no worries. Hey, no worries, my friend. No worries. It's great to have you here. It's great to have everybody here. I really appreciate you all for coming. I really do. Thanks very much. You know what? It's fantastic Monday, right? Like I said, I never know what to call the stream. I said running on ice. Literally, you know, we've got like a snowstorm here today. So I thought, you know, let's keep it in the winter theme today. It's great to see everybody, Joe. There's lots of people here today. It's fantastic. Imisi says, I'm familiar with the border lowland clans Kincaid, located near Glasgow. You're a border. Let's see here. Gosh, we do have a ton of people here today. Sorry, everybody. I'm trying to run through the stream, and I just missed a few things. Faith and Fallen. Hey, how are you? Bob's here. Pizza. Oh, gosh, yeah. No, I'm actually okay today, but you know, some other days I'm screaming pizza keg. You know that, and Bob knows that 100% for sure, that when I'm screaming pizza. Yes. Yes. Let's see here. Sorry, give me 2 seconds, everybody. I think things are locked up here on me. Sorry about that. I'm super behind. Give me a second. Nightstrix, how are you? It's nice to have you here. Thanks very much for coming. You know what? I don't usually move the chat back and forth. I never did when I was on YouTube because it would get stuck, and that's what it's doing. So I better keep this to a minimum and move the chat back and forth. I totally forgot about this. I haven't done this in so long. I always remember I would get so far behind in the chat because I'd start moving and it locks up. So I'll just let it run its course this time. Hey, Judy Ann and Lewis, how are you? Just ate. It's great to have you here. Thanks very much for coming. Let's see here. Hey, Pac-Man. Hey, John, how are you? I'm not streaming through OBS today, John. I'm streaming just through YouTube's live stream. I run into like an internal server error message when I tried to go live about 45 minutes before, and it didn't seem to work. So I just kept out of it today. Just used this, and it worked. Podcast 17. I'm only in a few copies left, so I can't share them. Toffees, Trev. Oh gosh. Hey, Trev. When is Dave coming back? Desmond's Donders. He's coming back. What, Thursday or Friday of later on in the week? I think. I don't mean here, but I think he's coming back about that time. Oh gosh, Razzle. You know, that's awesome, Razzle. Rama Videos. Razzle, you're a good man, my friend. You're a good man. Let's see here. Sorry, everybody. I'm just reading through the chat, and I was a little behind here. I think I'm just about caught up. But yeah, Joe, you're feeling better, are you? That's good. Joe, you know, it's funny. I made I filled the crock pot up a couple hours ago. I started the roast, but unfortunately, when I started the roast today, sweetheart, I went to check on it. I put the fork in, and I was going to lift it up, and it dropped inside the crock pot. No problem, but all the gravy and the juice, it spilled up, and it spilled all over my pants just before I started the live, and I was trying to clean it up, and what a mess! What a mess, sweetheart. Let's see here. Oh, no worries. Braden Brand Reality TV. Okay. I've got to go and finish editing my upload tomorrow. Talk soon. Have a good day. You too, Braden Brand Reality TV. Thanks a lot, Braden, for coming in. I appreciate it. Okay. Have a great day, and thanks for coming. John, what time are you going live? You said it's 8 p.m. tonight, right? Everybody knows John for AU Pack Mule. AU Pack Mule, his name's John. Anyways, he goes live. You're going live tonight, right, John? And I thought it's live tonight at 8 p.m. I'm pretty sure. But if it is, John, just let me know in the chat so we can let everybody know. But John from AU Pack Mule goes live this evening. And I'm pretty sure he said 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this evening. But Joe and I will be there, John. But if that's the time, just let me know. Either put yes or no in the chat, and that way we can let everybody know. Oh, yeah. He was, Jeff, when you cook in the crock pot, you're not supposed to open the lid. No, I know, Michael, I know. But, I like to turn the roast over. I always turn it a couple times every couple hours. And I put this stuff on it called Montreal steak spice on. It just gives it kind of a little lively taste and stuff. Anyways, I was flipping it over to put some of that on. When I did, boom, all over the place. Oh, gosh. And Russell Ramos says, what time for France at AU Pack Mule? 8 p.m. Eastern, yes. So everybody, AU Pack Mule, he'll be going live tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, Russell, what time is it in France right now? It's about a couple minutes to 3 o'clock in the afternoon here. Is it 8 or 9 o'clock right now? That way we can figure the time difference for you, Russell. Oh, AU Pack Mule already knows. He says, Russell, it's 1 a.m. In France for you. Anyways, Mike, I got yelled at many times for doing that. Yeah, us fellas sometimes don't maybe know what we're doing, Michael. But no, I'm actually pretty good with it usually. But it seems like every time that I cook a roast, that's what I do. Always splash the stuff over me. Yes, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just 8. Yes, and you know what? John has a great channel. AU Pack Mule certainly does. And I love the conversation and stuff. I don't want to say what the conversation is about this evening because he could be talking about something else. But you know what? Joe and I are going to definitely be there, John. We're going to definitely be there. Let's see here. Oh, it's 9 p.m. Oh, okay. But yeah, it looks like AU Pack Mule, Razzle. John's saying it'll be 1 a.m. in the morning for you there. Let's see here. There we are. Okay, perfect. Yeah, no, AU Pack Mule, great fella. You know what? I think we got talking. I don't know. We got talking about Game of Thrones last night, and you know what? It kind of got crazy last night. If a few of you were here, very cool costume of Game of Thrones. Okay, yes, good stuff. We're in now, John. Last night we finished where Theon Greyjoy finally was taken by his capture. Not the prince of the fellow that tortures him, whatever his name is. He finally was. We're in about season 3, episode 2 or 3, and it's that's where Theon really gets taken, and that's when everything starts happening to him, unfortunately. But anyways, that's where we are. So we're getting caught up, and yes. Keg says whips, chains, and cut off. Hey, Keg, it's afternoon, just in case some kids come in. Yeah, no, it's no, that's funny. Yeah, it was pretty funny. It was pretty hilarious. Oh yes, and just 8 says Jon Snow. Yes, Jon Snow and Robb Stark, and I like Robb Stark and his wife and Daenerys, and I get get me I don't know much about it. I know what I like, but unfortunately, I'm no expert on it. I couldn't tell you that. Oops. Hey. Come here. I don't even know what she's barking about. I don't hear a thing. Come here. Probably a squirrel ran out in the front yard. Sit down, okay? There's nobody doing anything right now. Shh. Let's see here. Aussie 1968 says Game of Thrones slice, dice, nuts, and bolts. Yeah, exactly. Whoops. Oh, you packing up, John. I love it. You know what? I just don't know all the characters' names. That's Beans and Franks. Yes. Yeah, no. That's my problem. I watch it and I'll say to Joe, and I know the main characters' names, but once you start talking about, you know who appeared last night? Rob Stark's cousin, and I don't know what his name is on Game of Thrones, but he appears for the first time on Game of Thrones last night. He appears, and he was one of the main characters on Outlander, the Scottish show Outlander. He was the villain character on Outlander, Frank, or I can't think. He plays two characters on Outlander, Frank, and back in the 1700s, I can't remember his name, but that character, he's on Game of Thrones, and I think his name's Tobias Menzies or something. I think he's actually going to play Prince Philip in the new game, not Game of Thrones. He's going to play Prince Philip as an older fella in The Crown. But Tobias Menzies, is that right? Tobias Menzies or Menzie, if you know him. He's the guy that showed up last night for the first time on Game of Thrones, like as a rewatch and stuff like that. Let's see here. Good. I'm glad that you were able to help me out, Don. I'm sure she greatly appreciate it. I imagine she will greatly appreciate that. I don't know. I definitely couldn't do that. I remember I did tech support years ago. I couldn't do it right now. Not for the life of me. Oh, gosh. Here we are. So how's everybody's day doing? Yes. Oh, wait a second. Aussie 96. Yes. Jack Randall. So you know the show then, Aussie 1968. You mean Black Jack Randall, a.k.a. Tobias Menzies. Yes. Black Jack Randall is the character. He's the villain character in Outlander. And he's also Frank, the husband, like in the wartime in the future, in the 1940s when she comes back, when Claire comes back. Jack Randall is Frank's long distance relative from the 1700s. But yes, that character. Now, Joe and I, we couldn't stand that character just because what he does back in the 1700s in Outlander. But then as Frank, he's not as dislikable as a character. But Frank Fraser, yes, Claire's husband in that. Yes. You love Outlander. Yes. Joe and I do too. Joe and I, that's actually where we first started watching all the shows. We started with Outlander. Joe loved it. I think it's because it's more of a love story. She loved that. And then I brought to the table Game of Thrones, thinking she'll never watch it. After the first episode, I thought she was going to turn to me and say, "Turn it off." And then she says, "What are you doing? Turn it off. We have to keep going. We have to keep watching." But yes. Yes. Gosh. So what does everybody have planned for this week? I don't know in the States or everywhere else. For our kids, not this week, but starting next Monday. This Friday is their last day of school, so they're off all next week. Here they call it March break. In the States, maybe it's spring break or whatever. I don't know exactly. I know college, university kids here call it spring break. But yeah, for the kids, the public school or the teenagers or whatever in high school and stuff, they're all off next week for the week. So our kids are going to be home with us next week. So I may be on off and on next week. I may not be on during the day like this next week. If I go live, I might do a couple at night and stuff like that. I just won't be on maybe during the day because I'll have the kids. So it'll be just a little bit busier and stuff like that. Because usually when they're off school for March break and Christmas break and stuff like that, if I am home at that point, I usually like to get out and take them places. We've got a few plans set up, so I may not just be on next week. Yes. Yeah, you know what? It was Dawn's birthday yesterday. It was Maria from Dromar's family's birthday as well. I think George took her out. Joe and I were watching for a bit, and and it was Shannon Naylor's birthday too. Um, we started watching Dromar's family's live for a bit last night, and I think George they'd went out for dinner, and we watched. I think we watched for about half an hour and that, but they were out for dinner and they're having a good time and stuff. And then we turned on for a bit. We watched. Oh yes, everybody. You know what? If everybody knows WTF Mike Albright, everybody knows Mike, right? Anyways, we watched. Was it on his or I think it was on Shannon Naylor's channel last night. It was her birthday, so they had a birthday special. Anyways, everybody knows Mike Albright, WTF Mike Albright. Anyways, go check him out soon. Maybe check the video out if it's still on for Shannon Naylor. Mike got a haircut. So you know how Mike looked with the curls and that and the beard and the hat? Well, guess what? Mike doesn't have the beard anymore. And he must have got his hair cut. I don't know if like this, but Mike got a haircut and no beard. Well, oh man, does Mike ever look young now? Joe says, "Oh my gosh, I wouldn't be able to even tell that's Mike." Anyways, check it out. We all like him. We all love him, anyways. But I couldn't believe what a difference. My gosh, he looks like he's about 25 or 30 years old. I don't even know if he looks 30 years old. But yeah, Mike Albright, no more beard, and he got his as we all us fellas say, got our ears lowered or whatever it is. He got a haircut. But anyways, I'm not saying anything against Mike. I'm just saying that he got a haircut and that. Let's see here. Hey, Gemma's Journey Grace. Gemma, how are you? It's good to see you. Oh, Russell Rama, we don't have Game of Thrones on Netflix in France. Russell, I don't think we have Game of Thrones on Netflix here either. I think maybe at one time they did, but maybe not. But we don't have it either on Netflix here. I've got the first 3 seasons on my hard drive. So once this season's done, I'm hoping the box that we have that we watch TV on, we can get season 4, 5, 6, and 7 on. But otherwise, I'm going to have to go out and buy it. But yeah, we don't have it either on here, Razzle. It's I love the show. It's not for everybody, that's for sure. But we kind of like it. We Bob says, laugh out loud. I had a few drinks on that stream. Laugh out loud. Oh my gosh, Bob. You know what? I love watching those streams. But at first, I thought it says WTF. Where is he? Where is he? And then all of a sudden, boom! It's like, oh my gosh, he looks so different, didn't he? Mike looks so different. He did, Don, didn't he? He great looking fella, and I don't mean that in a weird way. Hey, Mike, if you're, I don't mean that in a way. But yeah, you know what? It's so funny. I mean, if you saw me with hair, you'd be like, oh my gosh, you look different. But anyways, it's just hair that. But yeah, he's clean shaven. That, but that's it. Oh, Judy Ann says it's not on Netflix or Hulu. Okay, yeah, I didn't think so, but I wasn't too sure. I wasn't too sure, but it's a great show. It is a good show. It's only on HBO. Okay, that's why then only on HBO. There we are. Oh gosh, today went flying by. Today I have no idea where it went. It just kind of went like that today. But quick question, everybody. Nobody saw the unicorns or rainbows or anything today. There was none of that today. I think that's the reason I quit streaming through this previously. But I don't think there has. Nobody's mentioned it at all. I know when Paul used to come on, he used to say, "Hey, there's the rainbows and stuff," but it doesn't seem to be so far. I should knock on wood just in case. Cali Girl TV. Hey, Cali Girl TV. Hi, how are you? Oh gosh, just ate Julianne. You scared me. I saw those unicorns and I thought, oh no. I talked about it and there it is, right? Oh gosh. Oh, Michelle Verico says I'm back. Just listen. Oh, no worries, Michelle. Thanks very much for coming. I appreciate it. Look great. Yes, Don. It certainly did. It certainly does. Yeah, he looked good, didn't he? He looked good. If we're talking about Mike, yes. Simply Shannon. Hi, of the day, everybody. Hi, Simply Shannon. How are you? It's good to see you. Thanks very much for coming. I appreciate it. You know what? We're back to the wide angle kitchen view and stuff like that. You know what? Now that I look at it, I think the other version must cut out a good portion of the kitchen. It must cut out that portion and like cut it out to about here, because you can see so much more on this view than you can the other one. Oh, Keg, thanks, buddy. Yeah, it does shine, doesn't it? Oh my gosh, I so wish that I could grow the old puppy back there, Keg. But you know what? As Bob says, grass doesn't green on what is it? Grass doesn't grow on busy streets. I'm not stealing your line, but I'm pretty sure that's what Bob always says to me. Grass doesn't grow. You know what, Bob? That you should put that on a shirt, buddy. Grass doesn't grow on busy streets. Bob, you should do that. That sounds amazing. But yes, it certainly doesn't. As you can hear, you know, if I shave it one day, it's like a cue ball, and then the next day it becomes like Velcro. You can hear it, but it does grow in, but it's just it's not. I don't have like a what do you call it, a horseshoe or anything like that. It will grow back in, but it's just thinner than I would like it to be. So that's why I keep it to the bare minimal. Not your average Joe. Must get back to work. Have a good day. So see you guys. Have a great day and night. You too, Joe. I'll see you in a couple hours, about an hour and a half or so, sweetheart. I'll pick you up, and I'll probably stay on for another 10 minutes or so, Joe, and then I'll cut it out because then I have to go pick Ethan up from school. But yes, Judy Ann says no unicorns or rainbows. Thank you so much. Oh gosh, you know, I probably jinxed it now, Judy Ann. Now that I've talked about it. Gil Skill says right. Oh gosh, you know what? Wouldn't you love, Bob? I would love to. I say to myself, you know what? If they could give you some magical whatever, like head rub or some kind of magical pill to put it back, you know what I would do? I would grow it just like Fabio. I would just grow it and grow it and grow it. I'd have like a long ponytail down to my backside or something like that. Oh gosh, but no, I probably wouldn't. I'd probably keep it short anyways. But it would be nice to have the option, wouldn't it? It would be. Oh gosh, there we are. That's correct, Simply Shannon. Gemma certainly is. You certainly are, Gemma. Don't think anything differently, our friend. Simply Shannon is 100% right. 100% right. Via Aussie, excuse me, I'm losing my voice here. Sorry about this, everybody. Aussie 1968 says, Jeff, no, we can't. No, we can't hear you. And your hand on your stubble near your brain, laugh aloud. Is that what you can hear your hair? What the heck is that? Okay, you can't hear that. Okay, good thing. You cannot hear that. Okay, that was very, very strange. That was very strange. Very, very strange. Simply Shannon. Did you hear about another channel being today? It was crazy. Simply Shannon? No, not at all. Yes, I had skills. Bob saying what happened. Ventures with Connor. Hi, Connor. How are you? It's good to see you, Connor. And just State says, "What's happening?" I don't know. Big Cake says, "Ghost." No, I live in a townhouse, and the unit that's right. We have. I can't even describe how they built these townhouses. We live in a 3-bedroom townhouse, and then there's a fellow that lives behind us, but he's underneath, like his unit goes underneath our bedroom. I don't even know how to describe it, but I can hear everything he's doing. It sounds like he's literally in our kitchen. And I've never heard that before. It's so strange. It sounds like but it literally, I had to stop. I thought it was the fridge for a second. Anyways. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Simply Shannon. I mean, yes, definitely sorry to hear that. Yes, I see 1968. If someone jumps out, you're on your own. Well, please, if somebody jumps out, yeah, somebody call somebody for me. I'm in Canada. Yeah. Oh gosh, Big Cake says Basil would say paranormal activity. It's the strangest thing, Keg. Like I've never heard this sound before in my life. It sounds like somebody stirring something, like literally in the walls. It's the craziest thing, but it literally sounds like somebody stirring rice or something in a pot or something. And like I said, I know you can't hear it, but that's what I hear, and I've never heard that sound before come from the walls. I'm not going crazy, everybody. I'm really not, but that's what I hear. Let's see here. Ozzy1968 says, Mia says, okay, 3+ awake days. I need to sleep. You all again have a beautiful, wonderful, amazing day. We need to have a Kip. Take care of Mia. It was great to have you here. Thanks very much for coming. I appreciate it. Oh, jeez, Julian, he's having a lady over, and you can hear everything laugh out. No, no. If you knew the fella, that's he's yeah, no, definitely not. He's definitely not. Definitely not. I'll leave it at that. Oh, no worries, Russell. I got to go, Jeff. Take care. Yeah, you too, Russell. Thanks very much for coming. Bye, everybody. Take care, Russell. Thanks again. Think he's gone, people. Oh, buffer, buffer, buffer. Is it still buffering? Yes. Okay. Maybe I should close stream. And thank you so much, everyone. Truly appreciate it. Wait a second. Maybe we should close stream. Then thank you, everybody. Thanks. Truly appreciate it. Yes. Now it's good. Oh, it's good now. I think. Okay. Okay. Well, you're back. Okay. So it's okay now. I'm sorry, everybody. I mean, I only see what I see. If it's buffering, I mean, it could be me. It could just be something on the tube. And I mean, if it refreshed, I guess. Apologize for that. I mean, I guess I see the dogs all over the place. I thought your neighbor got you. Oh, geez, don't say that. If you knew the fella, I'd be afraid for that too. I definitely don't run. I don't bother with him in any way. If you knew, yeah, you would not bother with this fella. Yeah, definitely would not bother with this fella. And like, absolutely, for all the tea and whatever, I would not bother with this guy at all. Oh yeah, no, simply Shannon. It's not a ghost. It's the fella behind us. He's probably doing something in his place. I don't even know if that's his upstairs, downstairs, what it is, but it's the fella that lives behind us. So I don't actually know what it was. So I wasn't actually going. I wasn't going off my. It's just the fella behind us. That's all. I mean, Cakes, it's good, but we can still see your head. Thanks. It's shining. Hey, hear that? It's like Velcro. Oh gosh. Well, you know what? I'll stay on for about 4 or 5 more minutes, and then I'll close it up because literally, you know what? I'd close it up in about 10 minutes, anyways. 36% happens enough. Oh geez. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. It was quite a day today. It was a busy one today. I haven't had a busy stream like this in a long time. I think you know what? If maybe I need to go back to YouTube's live streaming because you know what? When I YouTube live stream, it seemed like I think that's what it is. The live stream, you get the notifications for YouTube live streams. You don't get them on not the way I've been going through OBS. You don't get them at all. So, oh, okay. Oh, that's what Gil Skills meant. Okay, I understand. I'm uploading a video just for Seven's enough. Understand, Bob. I understand. Sorry. You know what? That's the thing. Sometimes I see it on other lives. People put stuff in and then people respond, and it's like it has nothing to do with what they're talking about. But that's the problem. When you're reading the chat, you can misinterpret it 100% because you see it. And it usually happens when Joe's on live with me. She'll be like, "What are you talking about? It had nothing to do with what you're talking about." But I guess it is what it is. That's awesome, Jeff. Oh gosh. That's awesome, Bob. That's good of you, Bob. It certainly is. That is good of you. So what's everybody else have? I don't want. Did everybody hear? I was talking about it at the beginning. I was talking to Bob a while ago. I told him about it because as I was talking to him, I read the news. Did anybody ever watch a show back in the 80s, the 90s? It was a teenage show. I think I wasn't too old, but I was in college at the time when it was on. So my brother watched it. My younger brother watched it. But it was a show called 90210. I think it was like for teenagers and young adults or whatever. Anyways, the young fella, one of the stars of the show, Luke Perry. I think his character was like a James Dean character or something. Looks like he passed away today at age 52. They said last week they said that he had a massive stroke. Then on the weekend, it's weird when they don't talk about it and they just kind of leave it. Usually, it's not good news and stuff. But it looks like they say never recovered, and he had the massive stroke, and then he must have passed away at some point today. But yeah, it says that this Luke Perry fella, he passed away. Oh, that's yeah, it is, Keg. I mean, 52. Gosh, that's I'm 49. I'll be 50 at the end of the year. And in my head, I was talking to my buddy. I said, I think once this weather changes, I've been talking all winter about how I need to get out and walk. It could happen to anybody, especially as you're getting older. I said to him, I said, I need to get out walking, start exercising because you never know. So it is kind of sad. It is. Yeah, I do remember the show. I just didn't watch it probably as much. I know my brother did for sure. I did see it. I'm not gonna lie. I did see the show, but I know who the fella is. The case, all the girls. Yeah, yeah, Judy Ann, it is young. Like I said, I'm 49. I'll be 50 at the end of the year. So and you know what? But that's what happens. I find once you hit your 40s and stuff, you start seeing people that and stuff, either naturally or in other ways, unfortunately. So that's what I've noticed the last 10 years, and that things have. I'm starting to see a lot more of that where when you're in your 30s, you don't really see it or hear about it as much. But then when you hit your 40s, people a couple years older, people your age, you're starting to hear more and more stories, unfortunately, about it. So was Luke Perry. So was Luke Perry. Oh yes, yes, Don, yes. But yeah, he was. I remember he was in a movie. What was it? Anybody ever watch The Fifth Element? It was a movie with Bruce Willis. It's the strangest movie. Like I like the movie, but it was a strange movie, and he was in the beginning of the movie is like 5 or 10 minutes at the beginning of the movie, and that. Yes, Bob, it certainly does. It seems to be about the age, doesn't it? It's like I said to my wife, about 39, 40 is when everything starts changing. Your body starts, everything you thought, it was running up to par starts taking a nosedive, doesn't it? It certainly does. Luke Perry was in it for like 5 minutes. Yes, Bob. Yeah, that's it. Do you remember the scenes when the thing comes down to Earth and he's in the pyramids or whatever? Yeah, I love that movie. I really like that. Luc Besson did that movie. That's a great movie. That's a good movie. Yeah. But anyways, sorry, I wasn't trying to. I just was thinking about it. I thought, yikes, it's a scary thought. He's late. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Yes, Bob. That's. Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh, where did today go today? It kind of flew by, everybody. It really did. Oh, PMDB Entertainment. Hi, Jeff. How are you today? Good, Paul. You know what? Guess what? I'm not streaming through OBS today, Paul. Streaming through the YouTube where we're just getting the unicorns and rainbows. Luckily, this is the first time in about 2 months I've streamed like this, Paul. But not getting it this way. I tried to go live the other way, Paul, and it wouldn't let me. It seemed like I was having an issue, so I tried it this way and it worked. So I just continued. Big K gets taking a dose of gravity. Oh gosh, yeah, no, Keg. I'm starting to. We all get a little bit of a whatever, but I'm noticing this year over the winter that I definitely I'm starting to see it. I was always pretty. But I've noticed it in here in my face this winter. I need to get out and I I'll start 10-15 minute walk and then get up to an hour, and I got a walk that I do in our neighborhood, and I switch it up. I'll go one way and then I'll do the other, and then I go into another neighborhood. And the walk, it takes me when I first start out, it takes me about an hour. It's about 5 kilometers. But then after I can get it down that 5 kilometer walk to about 45 minutes. And once you put